Welcome once again to the Daily Message. At the time of Jesus, the people of Israel had been under the domination of foreign powers for most of the prior 600 years. And so there was a tremendous expectation that God was about to free the people of Israel from the tyranny of the Romans. This was called the eschaton. It was the end of the age of Roman domination and the beginning of a new age when God would once again be sovereign in Israel. But there were different ideas about how God was going to accomplish this, about how God was going to get rid of the Romans. There were some who said that God would bring about the new age through conflict and battle, that God would exterminate Israel's enemies in a great battle to take place at Armageddon, a place that most of us have heard of. But Jesus and his followers had a different vision of how God would usher in the new age, the eschaton. He and his followers believed that God would convert the Romans, convert Israel's foes, that there would be a great, not a battle, but rather a final feast, a messianic banquet, if you will, in which the power of God's love would be so overwhelming to Israel's enemies that they would convert and fall under the jurisdiction and the sovereignty of God. Let me read a brief excerpt from the book of the prophet Isaiah that outlines this. It's from the 25th chapter. On this mountain, the Lord of hosts will make for all peoples a feast of rich food, a feast of well-aged wines, of rich food filled with marrow, of well-aged wines strained clear. And he will destroy on this mountain the shroud that is cast over all peoples, the sheet that is spread over the nations. He will swallow up death forever. When we participate in the Eucharist, we are doing so in anticipation of that great messianic banquet, that time when all of God's people will live as one and will live in peace and share food and drink together. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day today.